Okay, so what we're going to do in this tutorial is I'm going to show you how to add effects and transitions in your video. Now, we're going to go ahead and tap on the plus sign, and we're going to add a video directly from our camera roll. So you're going to want to tap on the little icon right to the right of your record button. And you are going to have to tap on the video or videos that you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and tap on that and select it. Now at this point you can do whatever you need to do, but I'm going to go ahead and tap on next. And at the very bottom next to the musical notes, I am going to tap on effects. Now you have the effects and everything are in groups. You have, and you can see at the very bottom, you have visual, you have effects, you have transition, you have split, and you have time. Now, each one of these is going to give you some hints and things that you need to do to be able to make this stuff work. And some of these effects can work on bits and pieces throughout your video, or they work throughout just the whole video and you're not allowed to put on any effects. Now the visual effects will work on bits and pieces of your video. Now what you do to activate these is you press and you hold on any one of these effects, and I'm swiping to the left now and then swiping back to the right. Each one of these has various effects that you can get into on any of these things. You have several different ones that you can work from. But on the visual stuff, what I want to do is I want to do this neon effect that's off to the right, but I want it to happen near the middle part of this video. So we're going to move our scroll bar to that part of the video, and I'm going to press and hold, and I'm going to let go. Now, if I were to move this back, tap on play, you'll see that effect only work on that part of the video. Now what I can do is I can add another effect, and I can add, let's say, a smoke effect to that part of the video all the way to the end. So I'm going to press and hold, and then it's done. And then what we can do is we can move our cursor back and we can preview the video. And you can see that that works on just various parts of the video that we want. Now I'm going to tap once and I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to bring this back. Now if we do not like anything in the visual effects, or we don't like an effect that we did and we want to do it over, we tap on that little undo button down at the very bottom of the scroll on your video off to the right hand side. Go ahead and tap once and then tap it again, and it'll get rid of any of the effects in the order in which you put them. You can add effects all that you want throughout each one of these things so that it'll work for different parts of your video. You can do this all the live long day, all the stuff that you wanted to do, and it will work where you have put them on the video. These are good little things to keep the audience's attention, especially if you're doing like a minute-long video. You can add these different effects, but you can undo them. And remember, you can only undo the effects in the order at which you put them on. You can't just undo effect number 3 or effect number 5 and not have all the rest of them be affected. Now, under the effects category, the effects that are here will work once throughout the whole video. You can't add anything more. So let's say that I wanted to do this long face effect on the video. So I'm going to tap on that, and all you have to do is just tap. You don't have to hold on the effects portion, and it's going to put just the effect over the whole video. Now if I tap on visual, I am not going to be able to get that stuff going because it'll take the effect right off of there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the big face on there, and we're going to go ahead and get back to the effects. Now if you don't want that on there, all you have to do is just tap again and it takes the effect right off. There we go. Now you can work in conjunction with different effects. Let's say I wanted to do the long face video. Yeah, makes me look so attractive, just so attractive. Okay, now let's say that that's there, but let's say that I wanted to go ahead and at the middle of this, I wanted to go into the visual and hold down on the neon and then let go. It is going to hold that visual just for that specific spot. So you can work in combination, but keep in mind the effect that you put in the area where you didn't do any of the visual effects, it's going to be affected. It won't last throughout the whole video. And see, I'm undoing all of this stuff. Now, transitions is just exactly what it is. It's transition between your video clip or video clips that you have, and you can do a bunch of these different things. So I'm going to put it at the very beginning, and I'm going to tap on one of these, and it's going to add a transition effect right there. Now I'm going to add another one, a turn off TV effect to the very end. And so if we play it back, and transitions work on the very ends of these videos. And I'm going to go ahead and undo each one of these. And they work at the very end. They work to, for the different clips that you might have, if you have multiple clips, it works in just the best way to do this. So you can go from one video clip to the other. And now if we go on split, now this is where you can add something like the effects that you would see here. This is where you can add it like you did on the visual effects. So I'm going to go ahead and do a split, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on this first one, and go ahead and tap on this one, and go ahead and tap on 4, and go ahead and tap on this one. So I've got all of these splits that I've got going on, and basically it's just setting up a split screen. So you can do all of these. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and let's put our cursor right about here, right whenever it gets to the 4, and do that the best you can. Let's go to visual, and let's tap on the neon, and as you can see, it put everything back where it was. So it'd be kind of a mess. So what you would have to do is go back to your visual and undo that, and then it puts it right back to where it was. Let's get that back to split. It puts that right where it was. Yeah. And looks like it got rid of all of those splits, at least from the standpoint. So you may run into a little bit of a hiccup with this. Now, from the standpoint of time, you have reverse, you have repeat, and you have slow-mo, and it's going to affect pretty much the whole part of the video. So I'm going to go tap and hold just for a specific part of the video, and we'll have that there. Okay, so let's not do that. And let's say that you didn't like what you had there, you wanted to get rid of it, go ahead and tap on none, and it'll get everything back the way that it is. Now, it's essentially, you got to play around with this stuff. You got to get your hands dirty. And I think that you are going to find out that you can do a mix and a combination of things that are going on within the different effects and different transitions and different splits and different things that you can do to make your video stand out and to be able to tell a story. And if you're doing this for business, you know, to keep your customers there, using visual effects will keep your audience engaged and interested, along with providing great content. Now, let's say that you got everything done. Let's go ahead and just add a neon effect to all of this. Once you get done with absolutely everything, go ahead and click on or tap on save up in the upper right hand corner, and you will be able to add music or add any text or any of that stuff. And we're going to get into that with the next tutorial.